Hey guys! I know, back-to-back videos. Amazing, huh? Maybe that's a good sign. Anyway, so I wanted to open the box, and I started to open the box on another previous clip, and then realized everything was backwards. And being the Virgo that I am, things have to be like centered and in the right direction. It's very weird. Anyway, so this is my box. So I already opened the top. Okay. That is just some information. Okay, so the first thing, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This came yesterday, and I freaked out because I got the notice that it had arrived. And it's been really, really hot in California, like everywhere in California. And so I was nervous that they just left it on the front porch, and we live on a third story. And I thought, and we live on the side where the sun goes down. So I was really afraid that as the sun was coming down, it was going to beat right on to the package and it would ruin something or melt something or do something. And so I came home early from the office and it wasn't on the front porch, and I was like, oh my gosh, please don't tell me that they just left it here and someone took it. So I hurried, grabbed the mail keys, went down, and thankfully there was we have our mailbox has like a special thing for packages, and there was a key for me, and I was like, oh thank God, because I thought, don't tell me someone saw it and was like, ooh, free stuff, and took it. So anyway, this stuff right here, I honestly, it's so amazing. In my last video I told you guys, I'd heard about it and all this kind of stuff, and I had the experience with it last week. It was one of those things where I looked forward to having it. It wasn't like I was, oh Lord, I gotta get up and drink that shake. The only time I felt that way was towards the end, because I knew the flavors I may not like. But other than that, it was like, ooh, I get to have a different flavor, out of the ones I knew I'd like. If that makes sense. But I've been without it now for 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, I'm unhappy. I want my Shakeology. So I got it. Yay. And I got the chocolate. I know there's a really weird glare with the sun. I'm trying to do this. I gotta get used to this stuff. But anyway, this is it. This is a 30-day supply. It looks like it's more than that, but it's 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. I'm gonna have one today, and I can't wait because I'm hungry. So that's the Shakeology. That's like that I think is going to be my saving grace, at least for breakfast and for energy. That's one of the things. I noticed that my energy level hasn't been as strong in the last couple of days. I've been irritable, which is weird. And yeah, I think overall, I missed it. My body missed it, and I missed it, emotionally and physically. So next thing on here is health, happiness, prosperity begin here. That's cool. Ah, that's what that is. Okay, that's more information for moi. And then there's another box within the box. So give me a second. Aha! Let's put that there. Oh, and there's just stuff down there. Cool. Okay. Another box within a box. I'm going to put this box down so I can have leverage for this box. It's funny. When I'm making videos, I think, oh, I gotta rush, I gotta hurry, people are gonna watch it, blah, blah, blah. Just gonna take my time. If you watch it, great. If you don't, well, then it's for me, really. It's for me and for you, those who want to watch. So I need to stop putting so much pressure on myself to hurry, 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 because, this whole journey is not gonna be overnight, so. Alright, so, I like that. There's like a little welcome as soon as you open the box. I don't know if you can see that because the lighting is not very good. But I will work on that. So, and I'm crooked. This is hard to do. How do you people do this? Yikes. Okay, so that is Autumn, which is the trainer for the 21-Day Fix, and Tom, I hope I don't butcher this last name, Tom Bergeron. I'm hoping I said that right. and he is a fitness client of Autumn Calabrese. Oh, it's Tom! It's that Tom! Aw, that's cool. Anyway. Oh, that's cool. I like the packaging already. This just makes me happy. I love unpacking stuff. But especially when it's got all kinds of fun stuff in it. If it fits in a container, you can eat it. Oh man, this whole camera thing. There we go. So, one of the things I liked about this program is that even though I will still be tracking, I'll probably still track on MyFitnessPal just to kind of keep a diary digitally, and also I'm going to also write everything down as well. But I don't have to worry necessarily about the calories may or may not match up. So let me get to let me see. There's a book and everything that tells you what your calorie, let me think about this one for a second so I don't babble. Oh, very cool. There is so this is the book. There's two books actually in here. The 21-Day Fix eating plan, and then also some other information. Anyway, so it's she does a calculation on what your calories should be for basically with the weight you are now. It's based on your weight now, which is kind of similar to like Weight Watchers and stuff. They give you points based on that. Okay, so these are the fitness videos, but you can also for like pennies a day, you can actually do Beachbody on demand, so that if I'm not home and I don't have a DVD player in my computer, I can stream it from my computer, my phone, your iPad, your tablet, that kind of thing. So you start here. There's a 3-day fix, which I probably will not do, at least not right now. Some other information, and then the eating plan. But I think the start here now kind of shows you the workout calendar. Yeah, so here it is. So right there, it gives you, basically, you break it down. I do my weight, and I calculate it all. I get a calorie target, and then from that calorie target, there's 4 plans, A, B, C, and D. And then depending on the plan that you fall into, that's how many calories, and then that's how many containers per, basically per, I can't think, I don't know why, I just completely faltered on that. It's, each container holds something different. So these are the containers, and basically there's one for vegetables, one for fruits, one for protein, one for carbs, one for healthy fats, and then 2 for like seeds and dressing. I believe I got those all. Let's double check and make sure that I had that memorized, because I've been reading a lot about this, not because I was trying to memorize it. I've just been reading a lot. Veggies, fruits, proteins, carbs, healthy fats, seeds, and dressing. Oh, and then you get a certain amount of teaspoons of oils and nut butters. So, if I'm correct, I believe I fall under Plan D, which is 2,100 to 2,300 calories. I think, and but I'll double check that, and I will let you guys know. So that if I'm correct, I'll get 6 veggie containers, 4 fruits, 6 proteins, 4 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seeds and dressing, and 6 teaspoons of the oils or nut butters. There's a part of me that's kind of like, only 1 seeds and dressing or only 1 healthy fats, but you know, they're not actually small containers. They're pretty big size containers. So what I think is like, oh no, that's not gonna work. I can actually probably do like half a container of seeds and half dressing, so I can have both. That makes sense. So there's that, and then yeah, so it comes with a lot of information. The eating plan, basically there's a ton of recipes in here, the free foods, substitutions for things, And basically the rule of thumb is if it fits in the container and you can put the lid on it, you can eat it. So, yeah. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I believe I'm going to be, oh, and the last thing we get, sorry, you get your shaker cup, which I actually already have one because my roommate let me use hers that she got from work. And so I'm going to give her the newer one back. And then, yeah, I'm going to give her this one basically because I've already used the other one. So, yeah. But I'm excited, and I will give you guys updates. I'm not sure if I'm going to do daily videos for the 21 days. I might do, I'll definitely do a weekly video to let you guys know how I'm doing each week. And I may be doing like a sweaty face pic on Instagram. I'll probably start doing that daily after my workouts. So we will see. I believe I'm going to be starting this on Monday because that's really kind of how the workouts start on Monday, so I just want to kind of stay consistent with that, and so I'm constantly on the same routine. So I will let you guys know about that on that day. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. There's a part of me that's nervous, but I think because of the people in my life, my coaches, the support group that we have, I have people being they're expecting something of me or from me, and that makes a huge difference when you're trying to do something like this. And I believe for me that's what was lacking. I wasn't getting that accountability as much as I needed to. Friends and family were supportive, but because they're so close, they're not going to be like, hey, did you do this? Or, hey, no, you can't have that. Or, you shouldn't be eating this. It's more like, do you want to? Okay. And that's fine. I mean, that's not their job. And not that it's anybody else's job either. It's my job to regulate myself. But having that support and knowing that I can go to these people and be like, I'm having a really bad day, talk me out of eating a chocolate, candy bar, or talk me out of going out for pizza, that kind of thing. Like anything, this isn't going to, this is going to be a lifelong journey. But I'm really starting to understand that once I get to my goal and I'm working out 6 days a week and I'm being active and doing all these things and maintaining my weight, that it's going to be okay for me to have a cheat meal here and there, especially during the holidays. That's really a tough one. So it's all about, though, the portion. And I think by Christmas, I would hope, or even Thanksgiving, that I'll have learned in my head, it'll become a habit to know exactly how much to put on my plate. Because really I learned one thing from Weight Watchers that I will always take with me. According to, we were talking about it, I think it's 2 to 3 bites. I think it's 3 bites. 3 bites is enough to satiate, I guess is the word, or satisfy. Maybe satisfy is better. Satiate, it's probably the same thing. Anyway, I'm hungry. It takes only 3 bites to kind of satisfy someone's craving. So if you were craving a piece of chocolate, if you got a small piece that was 3 bites, you'd be okay. So if I kind of keep that in mind when I'm, going through the holidays, and I'll, obviously I'll learn some tips and tricks and stuff like that along the way up to that point, because that's going to be hard. Halloween is not as crazy for me. We do buy candy, and if we don't get kids, we have to keep it. But, I just won't do that this year, knowing that we won't get enough kids, or I'll get a very, very small bag. So if we do get some kids, at least we've passed out some candy, and then we can, if the last kid comes and it's late, we'll just give them all the candy, I guess. Anyway, so, but yeah, I'm going to go, I'm going to read up on everything. I do have this online as well, so if you did, you get 30 days, I think when you join the challenge pack, you get 30 days free for teambeachbody.com, and that gives you access to everything, the Beachbody On Demand, and all the information you need for the 21-day, whatever program that you choose. There's a ton of programs on there. But so I can either look online or I can read the book. And since I've been on a computer all day, and I'm on a computer most days, it'll be nice to kind of just sit down and read a book. So I'll probably do that later because I still have to go back to work and get some things done today. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys the heads up that it's here, and I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to beginning this 21 days. And it's going to be, this is just going to be my first round. I'll probably do a few rounds, and I know that my goal, and I know my coaches will be watching this, so take notes. My goal is to, I'll have to figure out a date. I'm not sure about the date yet, but I would say, let's see, it's 21 days, and we're in the end of June. So I want to say by this time in September, like September 23rd, say the 23rd, yes, that I would like to have basically outgrown, if I can, I don't know how realistic this is, but basically be ready to move on to something not move on to something else, but that I'm able to do like all the moves in all the videos in the 21-day fix. Let's put it that way. I think that would be a little bit more realistic than being ready to move on to something else. I watched the very first video, and there's always a modifier, which is awesome for me. One of the reasons why I didn't even think about looking into P90X and stuff is I didn't think there was a modifier, and there may not have been for that program. But in the 21-day fix and a couple of the other programs I have noticed, they have what they call a modifier, and someone who's doing gentler moves, or they're doing they're still moving and they're still doing similar motion, but they're not doing it as intensely. So what I would like to do by September, if I can, that's 3 months, right? July, August, September, yeah. Lord, I really need to eat. I'm just going to smile when I lose the train of thought. So if I just smile at you, you'll know the wheels are turning. Anyway, so yes, that's going to be a goal. I'm going to write that down in my journal, which I have started. I wanted to show you guys that as well. I used to journal, and then I stopped journaling. Partly because I felt like I was writing too much negative, and then I was doing journaling for, I was doing journaling online, and I was doing it daily, and it got too much, and so I just had to cut free from it, and then I started doing it once a week, but more privately, and I mean, it's all private, but I did have an open, at one point, an open journal. So I bought this because, as my coaches have said, writing stuff down really helps to, I think it's to help make it process into your brain better. It really does, like, and I've heard that before. So what I did was I wrote down the 7 days we did the challenge and how I felt and what I learned from it, which was one of our tasks anyway, but I wrote it down in my journal so I'd have it. And then I will start my journey. I'm going to do a journal entry today talking about my feelings and everything about receiving the package and all that kind of stuff. And then I may do daily entries for the 21 days. And then if, you know, per week when I do a video, I can kind of like, if something really stood out for me, I'll read it for you guys, or, you know, things like that. So I'm at 20 minutes, so I'm going to go. But I really just wanted to show you guys that. If you guys have any questions or you're interested in anything that I showed, I didn't go into major detail with everything because this would be like an hour or so long. But basically the gist is with Team Beachbody is that it's not just one fraction of what you need. It's everything that you need. It's the nutrition, it's the fitness, and it's the mindset. They've got, or the support, it's really what they call it. So it's nutrition, fitness, exercise, and support. And so far, the support's been great. and it continues to be great. And I'm really, really, really happy that I came across my coach, Mac, and his beautiful wife, Diana, and they've kind of just, even before I decided to do anything, they kind of just brought me in, and it was just awesome. So I wanted to thank those two very much, and I'm excited for this journey. I'm also nervous, but more excited. So, because this is a completely different, what's the word I'm looking for? I hate when I do that. It's a different experience this time. The beginning of this journey, or this part of my journey, is different. And, you know, I look in the mirror nowadays and I'm not disgusted. I'm looking in the mirror going, okay, you've got work to do. That's it. I'm not, and that's one of the major keys that they talked about in the beginning of the 7-day challenge, is that you have to be nice to yourself and not be negative, not say negative things. So, you know, I look in the mirror, I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy either. It's more like, you know what? It's okay, because I'm doing something. I'm going to work on this, and we're going to get it done this time. So, you got to love yourself. And that's not easy for a lot of people when they're overweight. And it's the first step. It really is. You've got to learn to talk nicely to yourself, and apologize. I've apologized to my body a few times throughout the years, and because I haven't treated it very well, and I used a lot of excuses to do that. So anyway, I'm gonna go and make my shake because I'm hungry, and I'm excited because I can have chocolate for breakfast. It's so awesome. Chocolate, banana, and I think I'm gonna put some peanut butter in today. Oh no, I was gonna put strawberries. I have strawberries, so strawberry banana smoothie. All right, I'm going to go now. Again, if you guys have any questions, you're curious about anything that I've mentioned or showed or anything like that, please shoot them in the comments below. If you'd like to do it privately, you can definitely message me privately. And I think I have an email, but if not, I will link, I'll put my email down there. But you can also reach me on Twitter, Kat Woodyard on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram as Kat Woodyard as well. I do not have Snapchat. Don't think it's necessary, like, because I want to keep my pictures up. I don't want them to disappear. So, but Instagram, Twitter, I'm on there as Kat. I'll put those down in the links below. And yeah, because you can, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, just shoot me a Twitter or something and let me know where you saw me, and so that way I can add you. Because if I don't know what you're about, and you just seem like a random person that is just collecting friends, because I got no. Do you know? I don't know if they do it anymore, but when I first started doing Twitter, if you just mentioned something in your tweet, all of a sudden you had people following you from that keyword. Like, I was in Texas when I first started doing Twitter, and I tweeted something about being in Texas. And all of a sudden, I started getting all these businesses from Texas. And I'm like, dude, I'm visiting. Did you not read the tweet? I'm not staying. I can't use your business. Anyway, totally went off track. I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day.